Hello pixie friends, wavy babes, and silver sisters. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Carrie-Jessica. I talk a lot about hair care. Sometimes I open things I've spent too much money on. If those things sound like they are interesting to you, hit that subscribe button and hang out with me more often. Today, I'm going to tackle some products that I have found successful in the treatment of my itchy scalp. Whether you're dealing with seborrheic dermatitis, psoriasis, or just downright basic run-of-the-mill dandruff, it's embarrassing, it's frustrating, and it is incredibly uncomfortable. I myself am not sure if I suffer from seborrheic dermatitis or psoriasis. They would have to do actual skin samplings to tell the difference from my understanding at my doctor's appointment, and the treatments are very, very similar, so we opted to just start treating. But before I made it to the doctor, I bought everything. Bought everything under the sun that said it would provide any relief at all whatsoever for my non-stop itching, burning, irritated scalp. I will say that I have suffered with dandruff off and on throughout life, like most people have. This was very different. This was an itching, but not so much an itch. It was like a burning. It was like fire ant style. It was really painful. It would keep me up at night. I would want to take a shower and wash my hair in the middle of the night because even though washing my hair eventually would make it worse, it made it feel better in the immediate. And because I am a bit of a product junkie, you better believe that I bought everything I could get my hands on to help alleviate my symptoms. Some of them worked, some of them didn't, and I am here to share with you the ones that worked the best for me as well as the ones that didn't really work at all. From a brand that is very well known in the wavy and curly hair community, Riogeo. This is their Scalp Revival. It has charcoal, coconut oil, and it does have some physical micro exfoliators as well. This one is a brand new container that is not yet opened. I bought this in the beginning of my battle with a burning scalp. It worked. It worked really well in the beginning. I think that's in part that it was the very first thing I tried, and it did help more than regular shampoo and conditioner did, so I felt like it worked. And that's when I went in and bought a second tub of it before I'd even used up the first one. There's also a hair oil that is from the same line that I also purchased. Both of those things worked for a very short period of time. So we're not using products targeted to help with an itchy scalp at all. Left me about 24 hours before the itching and burning would start to really kick in. This would get me to about 2 days, like almost 2 days. So for me, it doubled my time. So in the beginning, that felt like an amazing relief. But overall, I want to say that this is one of the lowest ranked things for me personally. This is all going to be incredibly personal from person to person. I would suggest purchasing this from either Sephora or Ulta, I believe carries it as well, with the intent to return it if it does not provide you immediate and lasting relief. I wish that I had had a little bit higher standard for the relief I was looking for, because I probably would have not only not purchased the second one, I wouldn't have even continued to use the first one. That being said, I am not saying that it is a waste of your money. I have several friends in the hair community that have had a lot of success with this. So I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying it might not be worth it for you. Now this next product I also bought 2 containers of. In fact, this is actually the second. So this is the third. This is from Dphu, and this is the apple cider vinegar scalp scrub. I have mentioned this scalp scrub before on my YouTube channel. I want to say maybe when I went over what the curly girl method even is. I've also talked about it on Instagram. This is a chemical and a physical exfoliant, which if you relate it to skincare, this would be the equivalent of using like a lactic acid as well as a microderm product. So this has apple cider vinegar, which is an AHA, and it has sea salt, which is that physical scrub. This provided me with spectacular results, quite honestly. The only thing for me that beat this was an actual prescription. This I still use once a week now, even though I am in a better place with my scalp issues. I still use this once a week. It also increases blood flow to the hair follicle, which can help your hair grow faster. From that very same Dphu brand is the Dphu ACV Scalp Soothing Shampoo. I should also say that I own the conditioner as well as the deep conditioner in this line. The conditioning products, not as much scalp relief target, but more of the apple cider vinegar and what it can do for your hair health, which is a whole other video. It is amazing. But on to scalp. This shampoo did not provide me much relief. I would say that it's better than a standard shampoo. Definitely doesn't hold a candle to a treatment type product or a prescription type product. With this, I also have the AG Hair Boost and Balance. Those are in my shower. I forgot to grab them. They also are apple cider vinegar shampoo and conditioner. Another one that is a shampoo, and I use the conditioner as well, but again, the conditioner, not really scalp focused. The shampoo definitely is, would be the Giovanni Cosmetics Tea Tree Shampoo. This even provides that tingle that tea tree does, and tea tree helps keep my silver super bright. So if you are going gray and want to keep that yellowing from happening, ingredients like tea tree and even apple cider vinegar can very naturally help you from turning yellow. I have blocked out my personal information, but this is the medicated shampoo that I have been using with a lot of success. Now, I have to say that I'm embarrassed at how long it took me to go to the doctor to get treated for this, considering I have great insurance and the actual doctor's appointment cost was not an issue. Even the prescription cost is not an issue for my household. That being said, I just hate going to the doctor. I already have a chronic illness. I already see several specialists, so anytime I can avoid going, I avoid going. I eventually went. I was up until 3 in the morning one night. I actually took a shower at like 2:45. I was crying over how bad my scalp was burning, and I decided that night that that was the line. I was calling the doctor in the morning, and normally I just kind of talked myself back out of it by the time morning came, but this time I didn't. So I have been using the ketoconazole shampoo. My personal information has been removed off of here. This shampoo comes in over the counter as well as prescription. It depends on the percentage. I'm using a 3%, which is a prescription level, but you can get 2% apparently anywhere. It's over the counter. This helped me so much. I am at a point of maintaining now. I'm at a point where if I go 3 days, I will notice that I am like itchy and uncomfortable, and then I can simply go in and use one of my, either this medicated shampoo or one of the other shampoos that I use that help treat it, and I'm at much more of a maintain phase, which is amazing. I spent far too long. I spent probably 9 months being incredibly uncomfortable. And you shouldn't do that. Don't let it go that long. So that active ingredient is an antifungal, which can kind of seem a little embarrassing for some reason. Like, I don't want to think I have fungus on my head. There is a bit of a user issue that I would like to bring up, because when I very first got this prescription, I was not told this, and you would have to read all of the information that comes with the prescription to know it, but you should leave it on your head for about 5 minutes. That's a long time to leave a shampoo on your head, so it was not the way I was using it in the very beginning. So I spent a week feeling some relief, but it wasn't until I started leaving it on my scalp for a longer amount of time that I really saw the benefit. Adding with that one of the silicone manual scrubbers that I got off of Amazon. Again, it's in my shower. I will post a picture of what one looks like here. But really taking the time for that physical exfoliant, but also because it just feels amazing, of taking that silicone scrubber and just taking the time to really kind of think of it as a self-care moment instead of it as coating my scalp with an antifungal. Once I looked at it as more of a self-care thing, I had a little bit of a better attitude about my time doing it. Now, ironically, I did have someone reach out and ask me if I was using it for hair growth. And I didn't quite understand the connection between that, but a lot of people with psoriasis or dermatitis do experience hair loss. So if you're experiencing hair loss because of the underlying issue, and then you treat that issue, you will experience more hair growth. So I am actually going to get my hair cut here in a couple of days, but I wanted to also give you a 360 so that you can see where my pixie is currently at. I know it can be really hard to know what to look for in a pixie, so if you are interested in mine, here is the 360 of it. And in my hair, the last time I washed, I used the Giovanni Tea Tree shampoo and conditioner. I actually fell asleep on slightly damp hair and woke up, and this was kind of where it was parted and roughly how it laid, actually. And then I did take a straightener and just kind of sectioned off a few pieces that were going in completely opposite, wrong directions. If this sounds familiar, it's because this is the same hair from the last video that I did. And that's all that's in my hair. That's it. That's all she wrote. And I added a cute clip because if you have not yet, give this video a like and leave a comment. Believe it or not, those things help my channel and I greatly appreciate them. I want to know, do you deal with an itchy scalp? Is it just like a mild situation, like a dandruff, especially during the winter? Do you deal with eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis? Like, let me know your itchy scalp woes. Let me know I'm not alone. If you've not already, hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications for when I create new content. I try to upload videos every Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to hang out with me in between, I am super active on Instagram. I'm always pinning stuff on Pinterest. You can find me on Facebook. Ooh, I'm on TikTok. And I'm on Twitter. Like, you could be the third person that follows me there. So we are at the awkward part where I say goodbye. I felt like I was finally getting a little bit better at this, and now I'm like back to not knowing how to do it again. I think I'm gonna end with something that kind of rubbed someone the wrong way and they left me a really kind of rude comment, but here it is. I love my hair, and if you don't, you actually can keep it to yourself. All right, guys, have a good one. For with Cerebric. Has a weird sticker still on it. I personally have been using the ketoconazole. That's not how you say it. That's not how you say it, but now that I've said it like that, I'm not going to be able to say it the right way. Hit that subscribe. I just hit something. That's just it. That's the end.